Hi, my name is Jeff and welcome back to my workshop. Today we are going to be working on shaping the patch of the roof and getting it to match the roof line of the car. By the way, if you enjoy this video or you find it helpful, please make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video. So we are going to start by filing or sanding the side, so the patch, so that it is flush with the ends of the car and with the side. We just want to make sure it's smooth and fills the area we need. Once that's done and we're happy with it, we're going to use some very thin styrene. This is 010 by 030 styrene strip. This is what I had on hand, but you can also use 010 styrene rod for this. You just want something really small that can fill the gaps between the patch and the existing roof. And when you put this in place and with the styrene cement, it's pretty much going to melt itself right into that gap. That's how thin this is. And that's exactly what we're looking for. We're using this as a filler. So put in a bead of styrene cement. And just set this in place. A steady hand helps, but you can use two hands, or as you'll see in a minute, tweezers really make a difference. So I did the first one the hard way with my fingers. If that's all you have to work with, it works. You just need to get it in place and hold it in there long enough for that cement to grab it and hold. And then we can cut another piece. To do the other edge of the caboose. Instead, I'm going to use the tweezers and pick it up, hold it, get it in position. And lay down my bead of styrene cement. Just to get it in that gap. Just use my tweezers to nudge it into position. And we're going to give this a couple minutes to set up. And it doesn't take long. Just a minute or two, but then we can use, while we're waiting, we can cut a patch of, this is 010 by 0.250, so 010 by 1/4 inch styrene, and we'll just put a good sized dab of it on the back because we want it to spread out over the patch. And then we can set that in place on top of the patch at the spots where it's low, so to fill in that gap. And yes, there's going to be steps here, but we're going to take care of that in the next step when we start filing this to shape. Now we're going to let that cure, and we really need to let it cure. I actually waited overnight before going on to the next step. Okay, so it's the next day, and now we're going to trim those rods off, and then again we're going to take the sanding stick and we will sand everything smooth along the edges. And this is a spot where a new sharp knife will definitely come in handy to help. And then again, just sand everything smooth Watch those thin rods, because that will bend up, as you can see on the back end there. A little bit of it did. But we'll sand that down so that it's nice and smooth. We're also going to start sanding the edges of the patch so it's even with the roof, and we're going to follow the contoured shape of the roof so we start to sand that patch so we get that curved of the roof in there. Our goal is to get this as smooth as we can so that once it's painted you won't even notice the patches there. Just keep going back and forth with it. Check the end, look at the car at the end of the car on the side to make sure you're getting that contour right, and just keep working slowly and patiently with it. When you hit that point, you'll notice it when you look at the end of the car. You can also run your fingers along the edge to make sure it feels smooth. And there we have a pretty good looking patch on it. So thank you for watching, and please make sure you subscribe, and we will see you next week.